Good morning. Oh, sorry I had to bump it to today, but we lost some power yesterday. Got it back on toward noon, which is great because our AC is not working and it's supposed to be toward 90 today, and this grandma, she does not do heat or humidity. But nonetheless, I'm Sandy and I own Carol Ellis Wreath Studios. I have a puppy. Just a minute. No, you gotta get out of there. Get out of there. And this is roll out of bed, come as you are, wreath hour-ish. So we're gonna make another wreath rail. Last week we made the one with the dusty blue cabbage roses, and today we're going to go with a sunflower theme. Where was I? Oh, sunflower. Squirrel. Yeah, so we're going to make a sunflower themed wreath rail, and let's just get started. I'm going to turn you around so you can see. If you get motion sick, close your eyes right now. So here we go. Sorry. Yeah, it's going to be one of those connectivity days. So here are some of the things we're going to use this morning. I love these ball-like things, like made out of raffia kind of feeling stuff. This is a lobby of hobby stuff. Got some status looking things. Not sure where I got these. And then here's our big old sunflower. This is a Walmart bloom. Man, like I've been telling you, Walmart in my area has, or the one store anyway that I go to, has upped their game in florals. And then I've got some eucalyptus-y stuff, and I think these are Walmart too. And here's our wreath rail. Yay! So because this has a really light and airy feeling, I'm going to try and use light and airy kind of florals. I think I'm going to turn my lamp on here. Ew. There. Make it a little less harsh. So we've got that, and then we've got some of these juicy ribbons, and I also have yellow. I don't know if I'm going to use all three, but I'm definitely using these two, so let's get cracking. Let's get cracking. So let's get some stems on here, because I think I'm going to be filling this puppy up. And I don't have the longer type of chenille stems, or pipe cleaners as I refer to them. I'm just taking two of the regular ones, and I'm going to just twist them together. So we have one longer one, because I want to be able to get everything tied in there. So we've got, big long pipe cleaner. We are supposed to be very warm all week with slight chances of showers here and there, but I'm not holding my breath. Like I said, I don't. So it was cool for the better part of yesterday, and I enjoyed that very much. So we're just going to start and put one on one end and one on the other end, and then we'll put one in the middle, and that's going to hold all of our stuff. And I got this wreath rail from my favorite wreath rail maker, Hot Mesh Mom. Set this aside for a moment, and I've already cut the mesh we're going to use. So this is just a light brown, or is it tan? I don't remember, but it's called snowball mesh because it's got all these little white poofs on it. I use this a lot with Christmas stuff as a background, or with making any kind of gingerbread, or wreath or wreath rail. So I get a lot of use out of this. So I'm going to do the same thing I do pretty much every week. This is cut to 20 inches. And as I've said before, mesh frays. Because mesh frays, I like to use the fold over method. So all you do is fold it over in half, keep your finger where that came in at, and so we've got it folded over. We're going to flip it over now, and then we're just going to run right up, because there's this line of snowball. You can use that as your guide, and we're just going to scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. So you've got like a little butterfly or bow tie kind of thing going. And we're going to grab the wreath rail. So let's get this piece. I'm surprised by how quiet it is in the evenings here where we live in the middle of the mitten. Usually with summer there's fireworks always being shot off at night. We do have those idiots driving around on those stupid little motorbikes. Sound like a swarm of bees. And then the guys who have tweaked their exhaust or whatever, so it sounds like both a backfire and a gunfire. We don't live in a nice part of town anymore. It's just, would love to retire and move somewhere nice, but I don't know where that nice would be for me, because everybody has a different definition of nice. I liked where I grew up, just north of here. Mr. Wreath Studio isn't too hot on that idea. Put this middle one in, and I can hear you saying, can see through. Yeah, we can see through, but once we get all the greenery and the flowers and the ribbon and stuff on here, it'll be fab. Okay. So this is what we've got going on. Okay, so let's start with this. So handy dandy wire cutters. So I'm gonna cut this right in there. Don't throw the flower away. In fact, don't throw leaves away from any of your stems. Just start a collection, because you can just put glue on these and just shove them in there, and it picks up some pretty decent real estate. Okay. So actually, I'm going to tie this down, and I'm going to glue it. So I'm going to lay that in there, which is why I did the extra long. Okay. And there we got that one. Okay, and I'm actually going to snip this a little closer. There we go. And keep your stems, keep your leaves, because they will come in handy for other projects. So let's grab another sunflower. Get our Walmart tag off from here. You see how this one doesn't have any leaves, so this is going to help out a lot. So I'm going to snip this one off right there for now. And we're going to put that one down here. Let's get it under there. Get on there. There we go. Okay, so let's get our glue. I like Gorilla Glue. You can use a hot glue gun, or you can dip stuff in a glue pot, whichever you prefer. Now let's start filling these two in, and then we'll do the middle. So let's see what we can do maybe with. So I've snipped off a couple of stems of the eucalyptus, but this is very easy to make into 2 stems, so just find a place down here and just snip it off close to a leaf. So now we've got 2 that are about the same size. So let's add some of this in, and we want to try and keep that leaf. Lots of training at work, building that new training system. Turn that over. And I just, when I put glue on these, I just shove them right in through the little squares that make up the mesh. And yeah, you can tell which side is the right side up because the right side up on this is smooth, and then the back has the vein. So you can do that. Let's do this one. We're going to do the same thing. Take the stem, find that sweet spot in there, and just give it a snip. Again, we've got these. You can pluck these off if you wanted to, but you know, they just are on this little bitty joint stem, so you can twist those stems around so the leaf is going the way you want it to go. Pop that glue down in there. Let's get the ribbons out of the way. Let's grab this other one. And they're also on a bendable stem, the main stem, so you can reposition these, which I will when we're done, because you don't want this to look flat. You want it to look alive and really nice. So, okay. So we've got some of that. Let's see what else is in the big bag. Like I said, we've got this statusy stuff. So let's get that. So since we have a leaf here, but we don't have a leaf here, let's take this and we're going to glue this in. So we've got the same thing happening. Deer finches, we have 3 of them. And I love the sound that they make. I get very excited when it's feeding time. They talk to me. And then we've got the pack of hounds. We've got Elmer, the big brown Newfie bear. And we've got Sally, our grand dam of the pack, our Saint Bernard, and we've got Sally, who's some sort of beagle coonhound. You may have that coonhound holler. She's a sweet girl, very pretty. And then we have our little Pister, our puppy, who's a yellow lab. He's creamy in color, so not very yellow at all. So I think I'm going to stick another piece up there since we've got that happening, just to help balance out the greenery. So, yes, my plan would be to win the lottery and have a dog ranch the rescues. All of our dogs have been rescues, except the 2 labs. We had a lab who we lost last year. So we had a yellow lab. His name was Ike, and we lost him last year. He was 13 when we had to say goodbye to Ike there. Sweet, sweet dog. Very sweet. Right, let's looking good. Let's put some you can tear this down. The wire is there, but it will cut well with your nippers. But if you wanted, you could pull it down, or some people do that just to save time. Some people wonder why, if you're going to use pretty much the whole stem, why don't you just leave it all together? Well, if we cut it up, then we get to use it in different ways that we can't when it's all together. That was one thing I couldn't figure out when I first got back into this. It's like, why are we cutting this all up? But this one over here. Maybe. Pretty much all week I have been really craving good spice cake. But the spice cake that I want is from my childhood. And I don't remember who made it. Maybe Dolly Madison? Just all kinds of little deliciousness. And that is what I have been wanting all week. Or somebody's really good recipe for a spice cake from scratch. I suppose I could always see what Betty or Duncan have on the grocery shelves for a mix. But icing. Oh, you know, brown sugar. Vanilla and brown sugar icing would be good. So it says me. So this is going to look very summery, very wild, flowery too. those of you who pray, I have an elderly friend. Her name is Lucy. Lucy is 94 years old. And Lucy's kind of gone into a major depression. She's very alone family-wise in one aspect. One of her granddaughters lives with her, but her siblings are all gone, and she's just missing her younger days. But because of that, she doesn't want to go out of the house. She's in fairly good health for her age. She's a tiny little thing, but she's a sweet person, very sweet person. That would be something that would make her younger family members and all of us at the parish happy to see her. She's such a sweetheart. Such a sweetheart. All right, I think we're at the point where we should put the center sunflower in. So, let's grab that. And this has two lovely leaves. Yay, us. Because of all the connection problems, we're going to go over probably our hour. Okay. It's all right that this one is a little bit higher. I want it a little bit higher. Dare I say, even Christmas stuff. What else do I have? I have some of these little fuzzy wheat top things. I got this scraggy stuff. I love the scraggy stuff. Use these. Let's stick some of these in there, and then maybe we'll put some of the scraggy stuff in. I like to get this for Halloween and spray paint it black or red or purple, whatever Halloween. It looks really cool when it's spray painted and you spread it out, especially if it's... See, why can't they put that down here? This is next to impossible to get off. I'm going to put some of that here. Oh, come on. What is going on with all of our glue today? Trim that just a skosh. Just a skosh. When you're making these, unless you're making it to a custom order that somebody wants something very, very specific, make them the way you want. Use the flowers you want. Express yourself. I also believe it's really good not to give kids coloring books until they get to be a certain age and force them to color within the lines. That's where creativity gets lost in adulthood, well, even in teenage years. So the best thing to do, in my opinion, as a mom and a grandma, help your children remain children in their heart, in their mind, in their soul, to see the joy of things. My mom got us color books once in a while, but she would give us a big hunk of paper. Dad would get cut off the roll, and she'd tape it to the wall, and my two younger sisters and I would. One of the bigger things was going to our zoo. We have a pretty good zoo in our town. We would go to the zoo, and then we would come back home, and we would draw the map of the zoo on the. So we didn't have penguins then when we were little. There are penguins now. We had some bears. I think we had a polar bear. He always looked pretty. It's a great way to make wall art. Also would spur on some creativity to be a mural artist. I think I have. There we go. Yes, we do. Sorry, talking to myself. I knew I had one more of these. We have some good zoos in our state. We've got Detroit Zoo. I kind of remember going there as a wee one, but that was a million years ago. Only was there that one time. You know who's got a good zoo is Toledo. So if you're from Ohio, props on your zoo. Props on your zoo. Where are those? Let's use these. Let's use some of these. Okay. buy your stuff on the lobby of Hobby when it's on sale, never at full price. I mean, here's the full stem, and it's, oh, now it's $8.99. These were $6.99 last year, so there it is. Can't believe how much stuff is. It's ridiculous. I don't know how large families do it at the grocery store. No producers need to make a profit. I'm all for that, since we live in a very agricultural dominated state. So really, there needs to be some consideration from our lawmakers and what farmers and producers are paid for producing the crop or the meat that we eat. So everybody makes a decent living. A friend of mine, her and her husband are cash crop people in Oklahoma, and last year they didn't know if they were going to make it. It was that precarious. But you never know. Storms, flood, heat wave. And we've got bird flu that is now showing up in dairy cattle. So farmers are dealing with that. Got a friend her and her husband are dairy people. And they are just praying they don't have their herd impacted by that, because they will lose everything. So that's what happens when things go wrong in the farm or the field. You don't know where your food comes from. Figure it out. Google it. Teach your kids and your grandkids where their food comes from. How does it get to the grocery store? Or how does it get to Grandma's house? Got this twiggy thing. Gotta use this. It's gotta go up here on the top. Some farms will even let people come and have a look around, especially in the spring when the babies are being born. See a new calf or a lamb. Let's see. a sprig of this hanging down. Let's put that off to the side. What time is it? Oh, we're going to be so late. So I'm going to just pull some of this fern out. Do the same thing with this that we did with the eucalyptus. Find that point where you can take one and make two. So we're going to stick some fern here and there. We live a step away from Michigan State University, so we are able to see everything going on farm-wise, which is pretty cool. We would go in the spring, go to the dairy barn, over, see the lambs. We went and saw the pigs once, but they don't have access to the pig child over and see those. What did I do with that other sprig? I am losing my mind. Snip off another piece. So if you need to leave, I understand. It's close to 8 o'clock. And I apologize because the connection has been coming and going and going and coming, and it's just been a real pain in the patoot. Ooh, happy accident. Some vine. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know I am a sucker for twiggy vine. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. In there, you don't want stuff to get covered up. And I fear I'm near the end of my glue bottle. Okay, if you cover up some things, it'll be alright. Fancy stuff. I don't know if this is going to be slim enough to go in between a storm door and an exterior door. If you have that kind of situation at your house, like we do at our house. Let's see. I think I'm going to put some up here. Oh, happy Father's Day to your husbands, partners, father figures in your household or in your life. Also, happy Pride Month. I forgot to say that last time. Especially to my family and friends who are members of the LGBTQ plus community. You know you are loved in this house. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. I think. Let's see what we've got going. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Okay. A little bit fern right up in there. You want things to be three-dimensional. I see the boys are awake who drive around like turds. Can hear them out on the highway, which we're not too far from either. Need to see what I can do about getting me a glue card. I think I'm at that point. Yes, I am. I'm gonna put another one there. Let's do this. twiggy thing right there. This twiggy thing over here. So we've got one twiggy thing right there. And even though the sunflowers sign are different than the sunflowers flowers that are here, that's fine by me. It's quite fine by me. The theme is sunflowers, not identical sunflowers, so it works. It just works. Right there. Don't have any of this stuff. Take this and just twist the bottom together as best you can. Some of this down here. Okay. Like little fuzzy caterpillars, don't they? I think so. Okay. I kind of think I want just a little bit of the craggy stuff. Just a little bit. Like a sprig here and there. So let's just take this apart a little bit. Because I think, no, does it need that kind of texture? Let's look. We won't know unless we look. Let's just look. Let's just give it a try. Let's just give it a try. Ooh, and these are on movable stems, so you can bunch them all up in one end if you wanted to, depending on how you were going to use it. Almost done, I think. So nothing exciting coming up for us today. Nothing exciting coming up in the week. Just work and a doctor's appointment. Check in with my primary care, who I love. She's so nice. A little bit there. Figure out what to make next week. Another rail, farmer's market theme going, and I found the perfect flowers at Walmart. Here's what we've got going on. Try and get the glare on. What do you think? Hmm? Yes? No? Maybe? This would be nice on an apartment door, or if you have someone that you care about in a nursing home or rehab after surgery. This would be a nice gift on their door while they have their stay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to call this good for now. I'll probably put some of my Twiggy Vine in there that I love. And I don't think I'm going to try and get any ribbon in there. Yeah, we'll let this dry and go from there. I'll get some stills of it taken later today and figure out how to list it or what to list it for on my Etsy site. And if you want to go to that, it's just put in the search on Etsy, just put in Carol Alice Wreaths, CarolAlice Wreaths, and you'll find my Etsy shop. And I've got 3 or 4 other things to get photos of and get those posted as well, and then I will be caught up with stuff for the Etsy shop. But we're 20 minutes over, so if you hung on for the whole thing, bless your pea-picking heart. I appreciate it. I'll be posting this over on my YouTube channel as well, and it's the same as the Etsy shop address at Carol Alice Wreaths. And yeah, we're good for now. So I hope you have a nice rest of your Sunday. If you are heading out to church, I hope your priest or your pastor gives you a wonderful homily or sermon to them, and you get something out of that. And I will